So this was one of the emails that was in the files, a document from the Federal Bureau of Investigation dated, I think it's 2/1/2021. They interviewed somebody on March 12th, 2020. The assistant U.S. attorney from the task force officer, detective, and special agent so-and-so, they're all redacted names, at the U.S. State Attorney Office in Southern District of New York, SDNY. Whoever this person was, it's redacted, started talking about when they started working there, and in 2016 how they were put in charge of the camera system. So I'm going to go down to the blue part. Redacted advised that only one hard drive of the camera system was working at the time of the incident on October 10th, 2019. When a DVR went bad, none of the cameras recorded. There was a system failure on DVR2 on July 29th, 2019, and the motherboard failed on DVR2 on August 8th, 2019. The hard drive failure occurred on August 10th, 2019. They recalled that there was a body alarm around 6 a.m. on August 10th that found his body, and that he was one of the MCC personnel who responded. Redacted stated that he was one of the personnel who briefly tried to resuscitate. Okay. After the incident, Redacted was asked about the camera. There were 2 new hard drives to install, but installing the new hard drives would mean that all the prior data would be lost. The warden wanted video, and as Redacted was told to start working on the system, Redacted started removing the bad drives in order to rebuild the DVR. Redacted advised that an FBI agent was the one who pulled out the DVR. Redacted also advised that he knew that by replacing both hard drives, the system would be wiped, and that he had advised personnel at MCC of that. Seems like they purposefully wiped the drives so that there would be no evidence, and that Jeffrey Epstein probably, in all likelihood, did not unalive himself. This is at least compelling. Come on, they knew, and the warden wanted that, but they knew that it would wipe the whole system, and that the warden was advised of that, and the FBI, they were the people that pulled out the hard drives. I don't think Bill Barr mentioned any of this, did he? Maybe he needs to testify under oath about this. I'm kind of getting sick of people and content creators that I like keep saying, well, yeah, I believe this, but like this over here, that, I don't know, that's just too far outside the really that big of a conspiracy to do harm. Yeah, that big of a conspiracy. Why do you think the mob is always involved in huge conspiracies? Or because they're sophisticated criminals. If anybody has ever wanted to run the presidency like a mob operation, we know who that is. Felon 47 is the one that does. Come on, you guys. They wiped the fucking tapes purposefully. The FBI did. The FBI also purposefully did not search the New Mexico ranch Zorro that Jeffrey Epstein owned. Nobody ever searched that ranch. Nobody ever collected evidence. Nobody ever took cadaver dogs out around the grounds. Nobody ever did any of that. They didn't even pull the video that they had there. Whoever's in charge of his estate should be able to access the stuff from Zorro, wouldn't you think?